What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now, a lot of people are making a mistake due to where we are in the market right now, and hopefully this video can serve as a bit of a warning and a guide to avoid making this mistake and hopefully avoid losing money unnecessarily. And so with that in mind, today we're going to be talking about what we are seeing over on the liquidations chart. Let's go ahead and get this pulled up. There we go. Over on the liquidations chart for crypto. What you can see here is that we have the liquidations chart pulled up, and what this represents or what this shows us is how many long trades, which is when people are betting the crypto or asset is going to go up, and short trades, which is when they think that a crypto or asset is going to go down, how many of them are being liquidated, which means the position is forcibly being closed because your leverage is too high for the amount of collateral that you've used to back your bet, basically. Okay. Now, what we can see is the green is a representation of long trades. The red is a representation of short trades that are being liquidated. And as you can see that as we started to see this rally beginning from the end of last year into this year, the amount of liquidations on either side have started to go up substantially. You can see the long liquidations absolutely picking up. And when you put that into comparison, right, like it is much higher on average. You know, we saw a wick occasionally here or people getting liquidated here, but not as consistently high. And the average here is so much higher than it was, say, back here in July, August, September, and October of 2023. And in the same breath, you can see while we are seeing the long liquidations happening a ton, we're also seeing short liquidations happening as well, an absolute crazy amount in which we're seeing. I mean, look at this. Like, you can really see this playing out in which the volume of short liquidations is dramatically increasing, leading a lot of people to be liquidated again, losing a lot of their funds and losing all these bets realistically for no reason. Now, you may say, okay, well, that's cool. And now we understand that a lot of liquidations are happening. Well, what's the mistake that people are making? The mistake that people are making is thinking that if you are right, you are going to make money. Now, that's an interesting thought. The mistake that people are making is thinking that if they are right, that they're going to make money. Tyler, what does that mean? Well, generally in crypto and generally within the world of investing in assets, you would assume that if you bet on something to go up and it goes up, that you're going to make money. The issue is that if you leverage that bet, if you put some type of variable on that bet, even if in the grand scheme of things you are right, in the short term, you could be wrong enough to lose all your money. And what I mean by that is whenever we are seeing people currently using trades or using exchanges and leverage trading and making these bets that crypto is going to go up, for example, they're using too much leverage. They're using so much leverage that even in the moments in which the market is going upwards, these little wicks to the downside, these pullbacks of 5 to 10% are liquidating them, causing them to lose their trades, lose those positions, lose their collateral for absolutely no reason because in the grand scheme of things, they were right. I mean, think about the fact that leverage, long shorts long liquidations rose dramatically, substantially as the market started going upwards, right? And so that means that even though these people were all right, these moments in which the market gets super volatile and pulls back 5 to 10%, it's enough to liquidate them. And the only way that that could be happening is that if they are over leveraging their bets because they are getting greedy. And so the whole point of today and the mistake that I wanted to point out is that you cannot assume that just because you are right about the direction that the crypto market's going to go doesn't mean that you are going to make money. If you're going to be using leverage, you need to do it on a consistent basis, a stable basis, and you need to use it on a rather conservative approach, in my opinion, in which you're not over leveraging. You're not getting super greedy. You're using 3x, 4x, 5x with the, I would personally be isolating that leverage. I would be setting stop losses. I would be setting take profit levels. I'd be setting all of these things because people are clearly not doing that and losing tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars in the process. And so right now where we are, what you can see is that this is happening on either side. Longs are getting liquidated. Shorts are getting liquidated. And these big whales, these major companies, they're just eating up all of that liquidity that's being injected onto the market. And they're taking crypto from the everyday retail investor because the everyday retail investor is being extremely greedy right now. And so don't fall into that trap. Don't make that mistake. Don't think you have to go that long on leverage. There's really no need to, because in general, this market will go upwards over the long term. You just need to slowly position yourself correctly. Now, on top of that, on top of, kind of mitigating risk, you don't even necessarily need to use leverage, right? You could quite simply just dollar cost average. That's what I'm doing. You guys know we've been just dollar cost averaging, buying things like Polkadot, for example, buying things like Solana down here, buying things like Litecoin down here, buying things like, of course, Matic down here, buying some of these cryptos without leverage and just taking advantage of those 10, 15, 20% gains, because although no, it's not 100 or 200%, it is still a solid freaking gain. And there's no need to get too greedy and force yourself to not make any money whatsoever. Now, if you do want to take a little bit more of a risky bet, I would even say that, right now, leverage is so risky that leaving the world of, trading and going into some of those more risky, more speculative things, or even those probably are going to generate even better returns. I mean, you guys know we've been talking about things recently outside of the top 10, looking at things like, of course, UnityPad, for example, and all they do is they invest into different crypto projects and private sales and stuff like that. And if they make a profit off of their investments, they inject that profit back into their token. That's the type of thing where it is speculative and it is risky, but at least you can't just immediately be liquidated and lose all your money. Or there's things like SolarX, another one that I've recently told you guys about. And what they're doing is they're kind of revolutionizing the world of crypto mining by using solar panels and things like that. And then taking, of course, some of the profits and the revenues generated and building out an ecosystem that should be self-sufficient and self-sustaining with their token that is going to be the native token of the ecosystem. These types of things, these types of risks are the ones that I would rather be taking than going in and just buying Bitcoin on leverage like 100x or something and immediately losing it the moment that the thing wakes to the downside. And I know that the market makers and the people who are pulling the strings, the lizard people, want to take my crypto, right? These are the types of risks I would be taking, or not taking a risk at all and just buying something like Matic or just buying something like DOT or Solana, just doing things really casually like that. That's the approach I would be taking, not making the mistake of going too long on leverage because I'm getting greedy, expecting that the market's just going to go exactly how I think it is. So I know this was a little bit of a yap fest, a little bit of a rant fest, but I think it's always important to make people understand that you can lose even if you are right. And it is so important for you to mitigate your risk, going with the strategy, and make sure that your approach is correct. Because if it's not, the likelihood is, again, you are going to lose. Now, we can actually help you guys out if you would like developing that strategy and building that strategy. We do have a free trading group, completely free. I'm not selling you anything. It is just completely free. You can go down to the comment section below or the description below. You can get trading signals. They're posting every day some of the different buys, sells, and longs they're doing. They have live trading sessions. They have live streams. They have profits in which they support market news. Again, signals, as I mentioned before, more announcements, general chats. I mean, these different trading tutorials and much more. Literally, all you actually have to do is create a CoinW account with my link down below. You get up to $30,000 in rewards once you do create the account and start trading. And then again, you get access to the free trading group. So make sure that you do go check that link down in the description below. And maybe that can kind of help guide you in the right direction if you are looking to do some trading or leverage trading, but you don't want to blow your account, you don't want to over leverage, and you don't want to get liquidated. You don't have to do that. Obviously, you can continue to develop a strategy yourself, but it does kind of fit the bill, and I figured that would be something I would at least share with you if you wanted to check it out yourself. But again, no more ranting, no more yapping, but I just don't like seeing people losing in a time like this where the general trend of the market is upwards and winning is just so easy. So overall, that's about it for today's video. Of course, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, you can always let me know easily and simply by smashing the like button and subscribing to the channel if you are new, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.